Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy J Rob, and today I'm gonna be talking about the PS4 versus the Xbox 7. Oh wait, the Xbox One. Stupid name. Now, on a side note, I am a PlayStation fan. I'm not gonna say fanboy, but I've been playing the PlayStation as long as I can remember. And the only time I had an Xbox product was when I didn't want a PS2 anymore, so I got an Xbox 360 for my birthday, got the red rings of death, had to go back to this crappy PS2, and then got a PS3, and I was like, okay, I'm done with Xbox. I never had live on my Xbox, so yeah, that's another thing. But we're going to talk about the conferences, we're going to talk about the controller, all the reveals. Now, let's start off with the conferences. Xbox One, the conference was really not game oriented. It was like they made it seem like the Xbox One was more of an entertainment system than an actual gaming system. And we all know we start using it for games, not to watch TV and do all this stuff, alright? PS4 was strictly gameplay, and that's exactly how I like it. Adding improvements in cross-game chat, graphics, everything that was essential to gamers like me and you. But for stuff like the Xbox One, you have Comcast, Skype. Who needs that when you're playing a video game? That's why we have computers and laptops. We don't need that. So what was the point of that Xbox One? But you know what? It's okay. And also, another thing with that is, why do you have the NFL partnership? Why do you have the EA partnership? The NFL partnership's not going to help anybody because you have all these add-ons with it, like fantasy, you could watch games. But for the international fans that don't watch the NFL and rather watch soccer or basketball, how is that going to be beneficial to them? Yeah, not a good idea. And EA Sports voted one of the worst gaming companies. So yeah, Xbox One, you definitely hit it on the nose with your conference. So I'm going to have to give a point to the PS4 for their conference. But the Xbox One did show off their console, but the PS4 did it. PS4, if they would, I don't care if they didn't show, if they showed their console or not. It's alright. I like the suspense. Xbox One, I saw your console. It looks horrible. Alright, it looks so badly designed. People say, oh, it's just the next creation and it's so innovative. Like, no, it looks like a VCR, but a little shinier, okay? That's what it looks like. The controller, on the other hand, it looks pretty nice, alright? The D-pad, you got more improvements, so I like that. And as for the PS4 controller, I might like that better because I'm used to the PS4. But I do have a PlayStation 3 controller that was built like an Xbox controller. I kind of liked it, so not trying to be biased, but hey, Xbox might have a better controller, just saying. But PS4 does have a mic attached to the PlayStation 4 controller and a touchscreen, so it's kind of tie right there. It's kind of a tie. So what's inside the console? What's in the specs? Now, the PS4 contains DDR5, which basically is a whole new next gen. I don't know what to call it because it's so, looking for the word. It's so broad. Alright, but basically it helps out the graphics. The DDR5 will tremendously help out the graphics in the PS4 games, next gen games. On the other hand, the Xbox One has DDR3, which will increase, gameplay, alright? So the Xbox with the DDR3 gets stuff through it quickly, alright? It's like, let's say you had a gun. Okay, that DDR3 is like a machine gun, alright? It's like a machine gun, but with only 5 bullets in a magazine. The DDR5 is like a shotgun, but with 30 shots in the magazine because you can have a stronger load with the DDR5. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. I really don't care. Next thing we're going to talk about is backwards compatibility. Compatibility. Neither of them have it, so let's scrap that idea. We're going to talk about the usage of used games. Basically, Xbox One came out and said, alright guys, we're just going to come out here, and if you want to go to your friend's house named Bill, he's going to have to pay $50 to play that game. And that was kind of messed up. Like, the only way you could play your friend's game is if you sign into his profile or pay a fee. Yeah, you have to pay a fee. But I don't like that because what's the point of buying the disc? Because they said, oh, if you buy a disc, it's going to install it to your profile. So why even buy the disc? Like, you're trying to put GameStop out of business, Microsoft? Like, you're trying to do some total domination takeover. PS4, on the other hand, is actually trying to benefit these gamers. Like, oh yeah, use games, you can play with your friends, you know? That's what I like about PS4, right? They're trying to help the gamer, while the Xbox One is trying to help getting money. They're trying to get some more money. And the name, PS4, makes sense. Even though in Japan, they say number 4 is an unlucky number. Don't care what that means. PS4, good name, makes sense. Xbox One, okay, you start off with Xbox. Alright, no, just start off with the Xbox. Xbox 360, alright, just taking a little twist. And then back to Xbox One. Why? Are you stupid? Like, Xbox 720, if I look at that name, it really looks... Xbox 720 would have been a bad name. Xbox Infinity, that would have been a good name, alright? That would have been a good name, but yeah, Xbox One? I don't like that. I don't like that, man. I don't like that. So, we're going to go on to the trailers that were shown in both of these conferences. And one of those trailers for Xbox One was Call of Duty Ghosts, Forza, and EA Sports. EA Sports, let's start off with that, because I'm a sports gamer, so let's start off with that. EA Sports. First of all, that's not a real Madden. That's not a real Madden. That is CGI. Second of all, NBA Live still looks like shit, alright? Okay, maybe the lighting in that trailer was kind of good, but the players still look horrible. They look like stickmen. Alright, FIFA, that was CGI, so don't even try to trick me with that. UFC, I might get it. I mean, last time I had EA Sports MMA, they stole $50 out my pocket with that crappy game. EA Sports MMA, golly. That was freaking horrible. Don't play that game. Alright, do not get EA Sports MMA. Don't. Okay, just don't get it. Don't get it. So they got the Call of Duty Ghost trailer, which was okay. But then they were talking about, oh, look at this dog. You see how it looks like a real dog? Got the scars on its nose. I'm like, it's just a dog, alright? It's not... Is it gonna help out gameplay, alright? I don't want to... Okay, am I gonna sit there for 20 minutes and look at a dog? No, it doesn't really matter. Talk about, oh, you can see the dirt under the fingernails. Like, no, that doesn't matter either. Alright? How is that gonna help gameplay? Okay, stop making everything look so fancy and help out gameplay. And plus, they barely showed any gameplay for the Xbox One. PS4, they showed like 15 minutes of gameplay. They showed, what was it? They showed Killzone, Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs. I'm gonna get that game. I'm going to get Watch Dogs. That was a beautiful game. Once I saw the first 15 minutes of gameplay, I like that. Drive Club, you know, I don't really mess with racing games like that. Like, racing games, you could get the two types of racing games. You're gonna get the Burnout Paradise type of racing game, like the action racing game, or the NASCAR racing game, or then you're gonna get the casual racing game, and that's what Drive Club is. I don't really, I had Need for Speed. Need for Speed, that wasn't the best Need for Speed they made. The story mode wasn't even a story mode. Kind of like Midnight Club. If they bring back Midnight Club, I'm gonna get so happy. But anyway, all the trailers for Xbox One, they were just trailers. They didn't really show that much gameplay. They weren't focusing on games. They weren't focusing on games. And also the indie. They're not helping out the indie developers, while PS4 is. PS4 is gonna make so much money, alright? And I just don't get it, because Xbox, number one, the Xbox 360 came out before the PS3, and they had more time to develop this system. Now, I think the PS4 is going to cost more money, simply because the PS3 costs way more money than the Xbox 360. Like, PS3 was $600, $700 when it came out. The Xbox was $400 when it came out. Now, since we're in a recession, the PS4 could go from $300 to $500, but it depends on you fans. If you guys say, okay, I'm only paying $200, then you're gonna make it that price. They're gonna make it $200. And also another thing, let's talk about the motion capture games, whatever. PlayStation Move against Xbox Kinect. PlayStation Move sucks. It rips off Wii. And I'm being kind of biased, but then again, not because I am ripping on PlayStation's move. I think it's horrible. On the other hand, Xbox Connect, it says that you have to have your Connect on if you want to play your game. Like, if you take away your Connect, then you cannot play your game. Once you buy an Xbox, you gotta connect. Like, that's too much of a hassle. Like, if I don't want a motion capture device looking at me 24/7 when I'm playing a game, then I shouldn't have it, alright? I shouldn't have it. And then they also said that you have to be online 24/7. You know what, Xbox? You're just trying too hard. And then you still want people to pay for your online services. Okay, they may be they might be slightly better, but still. If Xbox One comes out to be a higher price than the PS4, then I'm not getting it. Forget it. I'm definitely getting the PS4 because I am a PlayStation fan. It just depends on the price. Like, let's say PS4 came out to be $600 while the Xbox One came out to be $300. I'm getting the Xbox One. I mean, that's $300. Alright, I could get 2 Xbox Ones if they came out at that price. So basically, it depends on the price. If PS4 is at the right price, I'm definitely getting it. And I think the PS4 will be better. The Xbox One will be slightly less. The Xbox 4, it just has too much stuff. And it's trying to be something that it's not. It's a big old cable box. So those are my final thoughts. Leave in the comments what you think would be better. And as always, it's been J Rob.